Yeah, Amos saw the storm before we felt the rain. Does your judgment don't miss nobody? Not then, not now. Oh, from Zion came that voice, heavy like a lion's roar. Most High calling out the nation, settling every score. Gaza, Damascus tide, he said, I remember what you done. Fire gon' meet your strongholds when the reckoning comes. Ain't no hiding from the truth when the trumpet begins. He said, for 3 transgressions, and yeah, for 4 I ain't holding it in. Judgment rolling in like thunder on the plain. Ain't no peace when wicked men keep playing with.
Plantation, 9 to 5 be the time I was wasting. Man, I feel like I need a vacation, saving up for my resignation. Why I feel like my manager hating, ain't the one for no verbal castration. This government ain't giving reparation, we'll go to crime trying to fight the temptation.
Rejoice in tribulations, demonstrate patience in every situation, picking up the pieces to their heart restoration. People broken hearted and in need of salvation. We in captivity, we done lost our history, disconnected from his laws, now there's no integrity. Here's the book and let them see, because they dying in these streets, walking in darkness and where the carcass is, the eagles be. Walking in darkness and where the carcass around us like vultures, murder on their mind when they approach us. Let your light shine, watch them scatter like roaches. Babylon falling cause we taking back our culture. Heal our land, Abba now, put us back in agriculture. This word burning them up, Romans is a flamethrower. We prophesy destruction, nukes coming, game over. International, continental, ballistic missile. Them bombs dropping like rain, no drizzle. The lake of fire make them sizzle, showing fruits of the spirit. We don't gather figs of thistles.
That's the dog, you know, so just like you were saying, right?
Hey, my name is Amani Bright Laws. I'm a travel business owner. My business is Always Shine Bright Travel, where we help you discover your next bright destination. I want to talk to you really quickly today about becoming a travel business owner. Listen, if your passion is traveling, if your passion is exploring the world, if your passion is wanting to travel, and explore the world, then you should become a travel business owner, okay? I have 2 easy ways to get started, less than 1 minute, okay? The first way, up here, our website, travelagentworkshop.com. And please use my sponsor ID, Always Shine Bright, okay? The second way is a text code. Text the word workshop to the number 281-767-9711. And again, reference my sponsor ID, Always Shine Bright, okay? Listen, the workshop is free. It's a free 3-day workshop, which gives you all the information on how to get started to become a travel business owner, okay? Any questions that you have will get answered within that workshop, okay? So let me meet you on the money-making side of travel, where you can turn your passion into your paycheck.
Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy Chef D-Nail over here at Guess Who's Cooking. Good cooking, good eating, good living. Y'all know how we do it every Sunday about this time, man. We're going to get straight to it. We got the chicken and dumplings, all right? We got the perch fish with the mac and cheese, with the yams, with the 5 cheese toast over here on the Texas side. And of course, we got the world famous turkey tips, all right? We also got, on this one, we got the greens with the turkey tails, and we got the spaghetti. You already know what time it is, man. Hit the link, 773-992-4737 is the phone number to place your order every Sunday, all right? And you can hit us up on the Cash App to make payments at Guess Who's Cooking, the number 2, all right? You can hit the www.guesswho'scooking on the World Wide Web. You can catch us on Facebook Marketplace under Guess Who's Cooking, and of course on TikTok, man, at Guess Who's Cooking. Come on down, get your orders.
Give me shame, I give you peace from underneath. Give me mind and being light to reignite. Can you open up the doors to let me in? Can you open up the doors to let me in? You could put the heart inside, don't touch my head. As I sing the love inside from out my mouth. Tell me what you need to find. Tell me now. Tell me what you need to find.
Living, we ride for your power. Lead the way, Lord Yahweh, as we pray for the fall of America.
Look, psychological warfare and propaganda. False flags they broadcast on news cameras. Cancer in the bone, cell phones cause damage. But I holes in the street like caterpillar jackhammers. I hate a Masonic fake prophet, so I gotta wave the Glock in your face, won't hesitate to pop it. This whole place demonic, that's why the plague bubonic. I've been hot since Pac and Dr. Dre the chronic. Illuminate the dark, my style state of the art. Like a laser that's razor sharper than taser darts. I don't play, I gotta make my mark. I used to shake the knocks, the plug with the iron and spray starch. Shady sharks eat the baby's heart. Drink adrenochrome and thirst for first blood. Sylvester Stallone, Toby, runaway slave in Saucony. I ain't your homie, the clown. I put a ring around your Rosie. Ashes to ashes. generations, they fall down below me. No pocket full of posies, I only chop it with OGs. No Alexanders and Ptolemies. Vance and Trump, I put the pump to Pelosi. COVID disease, noses bleed. Choke you with your rosary beads and put your throne under siege. Take over. Seagull like Steve. In dark territory, I'ma shine cause sun beams. Truthfully, I'm the illest in truth musically. I'm no Julio Foolio, I sound like Schoolie D. That's why they charge me with treason. Look how I do fake Jews, Hebrews up heathens. Conquering demons, bobbing and weaving. The mark of the beast with Psalms and Ephesians. Keep busting till the locking is screeching. Ark of the Covenant, uncovering government secrets. Better believe it, this the Pledge of Allegiance. You paraplegic, I shattered the phoenix. Like a spinal cord, I'm back in all black, squeezing the crack semen. Need nothing with caffeine in it.
Yeah. Ashia, Micah Allah, Gabar Ash, HOI soldiers. The 2/3 going crazy, mentally bugging. The 1/3 waiting for your Howard Shah second coming. The world's going topsy-turvy like the tiddler. Confused that the bitter is sweet, it's bitter. But the hand of the righteous man is gonna get him. That's your Howard Shah coming to destroy the white man system. You don't know the half or can figure out the math. When your Howard Shah blow for the fire from his wrath. All praises due to your Howard the power. The most high, the father, rock Yasharala. Bring the judgment, manifest biblical prophecy. Murder, death, killing the earth against our enemies. Staying strong, not weak, weary, and feeble. Drive for your Howard Shah and my peoples. Staying in the truth, Lord willing, till I'm devoured. Never gonna hide, but ride and die for your Howard.
Yo, how about I die for my God and the Howard Shah? At the times of the wicked, he electrifies. Sanctify all my people that was meant to fly. Petrify all the demons that was meant to fry. Heathen nations in our hoods will gentrify. Perpetual hatred, Lord, let me clarify. And seeking you 35 and I verify. Lord, sheep under Howard, then we edify. Liquefy, identify, maybe specify, intensify. All the other nations that he terrifies. The Bible scriptures kill you, but
Khan, first and foremost, want to give all praises to Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai, call hello Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Salaki by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. This brother Chaarawataza Gabar, HOI DMV, the House of Israel. Also, we want to give double honors to the elders of HOI, Elder Zabak, Elder Torah, for doing a masterful job with this camp. They still pushing, they still out there on them corners, pushing the word. So all praises for that. This lesson is not to fear you or to get you off your square or have you jumping out the truth. This lesson is to talk about the events that's going on in the world, nation against nation, right? The world in birth pains, right? We're going to get into that. So once again, all praises to Yahweh by Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it actually right now, right? No fluff, just straight, raw and uncut. All right. Akim and Akwaf, whoever's watching this video, thanks for tuning in. Right, I got a little opening I want to do for y'all, something new I want to try out. But Akim and Akwaf, we are living in a time when the world feels like it's constantly shaking. Things are being broken up. Every day we're waking up to new headlines, right? Of war, political division, right? Natural disasters, economic uncertainty. Brothers can't get jobs because of AI, right? These high-paying corporate jobs are going to the computers, right? And social unrest, like you see in Iran, right? Like you see in not Israel, but Palestine, right? Was that Milwaukee, Minnesota, Salakia, in Minnesota, in all different parts of the world. I know Greenland is getting shooken up right now because the president wants to take over Greenland, and we all know what's going on and what happened in Venezuela, right? They kind of scared to death right now, but there's a lot of unrest out there, a lot of protests, a lot of uncertainty. And for many, the question remains in their minds and their hearts, what's happening to the world? Well, the Israelites don't have that question because we know, at least the believer ones know, what's going on in the world. These are birth pains. These birth pains are constantly getting stronger and stronger and stronger, right? But it's not to fear, right? Over 2,000 years ago, Hamashiach Yahushua, which sat on the Mount of Olives, spoke words that, how can I put this? He spoke words that didn't mean to fear his followers or to frighten his followers, but to prepare them, but to prepare you for this upcoming trials, this Jacob's trouble, these FEMA camps, these riots in the street, is to prepare your mind, your body, and your soul, right? Go to Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. Bring that out real quick, King.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6.
So real quick, the brother Ken, you can put that on the screen. Matthew's 24 and 6. So the people at home can see it. You can go ahead and read.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
So we're going to hear of wars and rumors of wars. Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled.
See that ye be not troubled. People kind of skip over that. Right? They kind of skip over that fact. See ye be not troubled for the coming disasters, civil unrest, even in your own house. You know, you got your father-in-law against son-in-law, or father against son, mother-in-law against daughter-in-law. Go ahead.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
All these things must happen, but the end is not yet. Right? What is remarkable about that statement is that Hamashiach Yahushua discusses these events as a sign, but of not the end itself, but of birth pains, right? Early contractions of something new beginning, right? A pulling down of one system and a rebirth of another system. The reason why I say rebirth, because we had our kingdom set up on this earth before, but the new kingdom is going to be better, more efficient. We're going to have glorified bodies. So these pains have to happen. Anything you do in life, you have to go through a starting point. You have to be broken down and build up. If you want to be a bodybuilder, if you want to train to be a boxer, if you want to be an athlete, a track star, swimmer, you have to go through those pains to get to greatness, right? Let me get Romans chapter 8. Let's start at verse 22. And real quick, tonight we're not here to predict anything, no dates, right? We're not here to capitalize on headlines or sensationalize suffering of our people, because that's going to happen. We're here to understand what Hamashiach meant, right, about these times that we're about to go through. Spiritual wisdom is what we're seeking, right? And to anchor our minds or our hearts in an unshakable hope in Yahweh, or your unshakable hope in Hamashiach Yahushua, right? Redeeming us, because that's the plan. The plan isn't to be punished. The plan is to have grace so we could be redeemed. Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. Keep going.
So we know, right? The kingdom is in pain and groaneth. But it's going to come to pass that the kingdom is going to be set on earth. Right? What verse you in?
I just finished 22.
Yeah, that's it. Now let me get Isaiah 19 and 2. Right? And Salak, if I'm going fast, right? I tried to condense my lesson tonight, right? I'm trying to become more precise and more accurate with these lessons. So if I'm going too fast, I apologize, Salak. Let me get Isaiah 19 and 2.
Con. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Right? This is just wars that's going on earth. The Most High is describing these nations are going to come against each other. Go ahead.
And they shall fight every one against his brother.
And they shall fight everyone against his brother. Go ahead.
And every one against his neighbor.
And every one against his neighbor. All right, give me a couple more, right? And then we're going to get into a couple videos, right? Salakia. What do I want? Let me get 2nd Ezra 13 and 31. Let's start there. Second Ezra chapter 13 and 31. Bring it out when you got it.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 31.
Bring it out, King.
And one shall undertake to fight against another.
And one shall undertake to fight against another. And that's what you're seeing. Right? In Iran, pretty soon in Greenland. Right? In America. Right? And these things are happening more and more frequently. This isn't new. You know, ever since I can remember 2001, World Trade Center. That's kind of when all this stuff started popping off. Right? Because of 2001 and what happened between 2001 and 2008, you get Barack Obama. Because of what Barack Obama did, you get Donald Trump. So these things have been frequently happening. Civil unrest, people believing they're not treated fairly, but it's going to spill over into the streets where people are going to be invading one another and killing one another. Go ahead, read that again. Start from the top.
And one shall undertake to fight against another.
Go ahead.
One city against another. One place against another.
Go ahead.
One people against another. And one realm against another.
A realm is just like a town or a city or location. All right, don't go sci-fi on me. That's all that really is saying. Go ahead.
Verse 32. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass.
And the time shall be when these things come to pass. Go ahead.
And the sign shall happen, which I shewed thee before. And then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending.
So all these things have to happen. These prophecies have to take place for Hamashiach Yahushua to come back. I think we're on verse 33. Go ahead.
Verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another. Verse 34. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting.
So we're going to be so entangled in fighting each other, or the world, not the Hebrew Israelites, because we know better. The world's going to be so entangled with fighting each other and invading one another. When Hamashiach makes his appearance, they're going to want to fight him. Now that's arrogance and pride at the top level, or ignorance at the top level. That's described in Joel, right? That's described in Revelations 19, all over the Bible. You understand? So these things must take place for us to be delivered. All you got to do is worry about keeping your faith, staying in the truth, being dedicated to the truth, to your people, forgiving your brother, forgiving your sister, and aligning yourself up with the kingdom of heaven. Right? And somebody say, oh, Chaarawtaza, that's easier said than done. No, it's not. If you stay grounded in these laws, statutes, and commandments, no, the hell it's not. Excuse my language. No, it is not hard. Right? It's very doable. It's very doable when you have the kingdom mindset. And a lot of us, I ain't trying to get on Israel, but let me get on Israel real quick. A lot of us just don't have a kingdom mindset. Right? A lot of us want to be superstars, celebrities. A lot of us want to get over. A lot of us want to be recognized. A lot of us want to be top billing. The NHIC. But that's not kingdom mindset, man. Helping your brother, helping your sister, making sure your people's is good. Right? And not just in the background, oh, I act like that online, but I'm this way in real life. No. Be perceived as you want to be perceived in the background and in online and in real life. Be that way all the time. Don't be two ways. Don't have two minds. Don't be double-minded. Let people see your light shine all the time. You understand? Drop that. Go back to Matthew's chapter 24. Yeah, 24, and read verse 6 again. We're going to go to Matthew's 24:6. Read to 7.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 6.
Bring it out, King.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, but that ye, Salakia, see that ye be not troubled.
See that ye be not troubled. Go ahead.
For all these things must come to pass.
All these things have to happen. Don't be troubled. Go to John 14 and 27 real quick. Don't be troubled. Right? And I'm going to be harping on this. Right? Because this is the core of my lesson before we get into these videos. You cannot be alarmed, taken back. Right? And it's not just the things in the world. Right? When you hear these things, you hear bad things in your life, you hear bad things about that's happening in your congregation, don't be troubled. Don't let your heart faint. Prepare your heart now for war. Mental and spiritual warfare. That's what we're in right now. Right? We're not in mental and spiritual pride. Right? Save the pride for the LGBT. That's the pride right there. Right? Because that's what you look like when you're in your pride. You know what I'm saying? You act like one of them. Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth.
Not as the world giveth.
Give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled.
Don't let your heart be troubled. Go ahead.
Neither let it be afraid.
Don't let your heart be afraid, which is your mind. Don't be afraid in these times. Yeah, the media is going to spread all type of crazy stories. It's going to be disasters. Danger is real. Walking down a late night in a bad neighborhood, that could be dangerous. That's real. But fear is a choice. You're choosing to be afraid of what Trump might do. You're choosing to be afraid of what Russia might do. You better be afraid of what Yahweh is going to do if you don't get it together. That's the only thing you need to be afraid of. You can't stop things you can't control. You can't stop a nuke from coming to America. You can't stop America from sending nukes to Russia or China. Because you got brothers and sisters that live over there. They might have work assignments over there. You know, they might be on visas. They might be working for one of these government agencies that believe in the truth. But you can't be afraid of danger. Be afraid of Yahweh. Understand danger. I'm not saying be dumb. Be as wise as a serpent and innocent as a dove. But don't let danger control you. Don't let your fear overtake your mind. You understand? Jump to Proverbs 3 and 25. Let me get Proverbs 3 and 25. Because Yahweh's here to fight for us. Quiet as kept. Right? It's not so much he's chastising us to maim us and harm us and kill us and just beat us down in the kitchen and a wife beater and just knock us all out, you know, like some sick guy does his wife. That's not the point, man. It's a spanking. Sometimes it's light, sometimes it's rough. As a nation, you know, he's trimming those the olive tree. He's keeping the good fruit, getting rid of the bad, keeping the good branches, getting rid of the rotten ones, the ones that's broke and kind of shimmering off. He's trimming that tree. When you trim a tree, it grows stronger. It's healthier. Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
Be not afraid of sudden fear.
Be not afraid of sudden terror, right? Go ahead.
Neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. Verse 26. For the Lord shall be thy confidence.
He will be what?
For the Lord shall be thy confidence.
The Lord will be your confidence. Don't be afraid of sudden fear or terror, or how I'm gonna get, pay my rent, or how I'm gonna fix my car, or how I'm gonna do this, or how I'm gonna do that. If you've been standing on faith and you've been keeping these commandments, I'm sorry, that's a stupid question. It's a dumb question. You go into these scriptures, you reach out to your elders, you reach out to the people you have confidence in, that's not going to counsel you for their own come up. You understand the word of the Most High, like you've been doing for these last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Some of y'all geeks in the Bible. Y'all know more precepts than me. Only 2 years in, you just spit the whole Bible at me. But one little wind blows and your leaf shakes and falls off the tree. That's not smart, man. You just read these scriptures. The day before the thing happened, you just read these scriptures, and now all hell. Now you allow all hell to break loose in your life. Come on, man. Be smart, Israel. Be wise as a serpent and innocent as a dove. Right? Keep going.
And shall keep thy foot from being taken.
And God's going to keep your foot from being taken. That's slipping out the way of truth. Because the truth is a path. It's narrow. And without Hamashiach Yahushua, through him to the Father, you're going to step off that path. Right? And if there's no mercy for you, you won't find your way back. It's just that simple. Let me get Psalms 33 and 10. Let me get Psalms 33 and 10. Let's get this out the way real quick. Let me make sure I got the right one I need. Psalms 33 and 10. I think it's 33 or 133. Read that real quick.
Psalms 33 and 10.
Yeah.
The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught.
No, start at 9.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 33 and verse 9. For he spake, and it was done.
God speaks, and it's going to be done. Go ahead.
He commanded, and it stood fast.
He commanded, and it stands to this very day. He commanded the earth to be created. He commanded the heavens to be created, the seas, the people, the animals. It still remains. He commanded up, down, left, right, hot, cold, wickedness and righteousness. And it still persists, Salakia, to this very day. Go ahead.
Salakia. The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught.
And he also brings the wicked counsel of the heathens to nothing. Go ahead.
He maketh the devices of the people of none effect.
And he makes the devices of the people of none effect. Right? Yeah, you work around heathens. Yeah, you feel like you're being treated unfairly, but when you stand and you keep the faith and you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, God's gonna prepare a table for you in front of your enemies. Right? He's gonna make a way for you because it's his way to make. Right? But you got to be faithful unto death. Go ahead.
The counsel of the Lord standeth forever.
God's counsel stands forever. Go ahead.
The thoughts of his heart to all generations.
The thoughts of his heart to all the generations. That's 11.
Yeah.
All right, go to 12. We're going all the way down to like 20. Because this is important, Israel. If y'all can't read this chapter all the time. Pops in your head, read Psalms 33. Go ahead.
So I can.
We're on verse 12.
Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord's.
And that's Israel. So we're blessed no matter how it looks, no matter how many times society, the media, the people, the heathens beat us down. Our God is Yahweh, and we are blessed. Go ahead.
And the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance.
And the people who he hath chose for his own inheritance. Go ahead.
The Lord looketh from heaven. He beholdeth all the sons of men. From the place of his inhabitation, he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth.
He looks upon all the inhabitants of the earth. Go ahead.
He fashioneth their hearts alike.
He fashioneth their hearts alike. Meaning they have wicked thoughts, righteous thoughts. They have capabilities of these things. But we follow righteousness, not wickedness. Go ahead.
He considereth all their works.
And God considereth everything you've ever done. Go ahead.
There is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength.
So God don't care how many sonic weapons and battle ready troops you can obtain, America. It doesn't matter to him. 300 bullets per minute. They went in Venezuela, 20 guys descended from a helicopter shooting 300 bullets per 60 seconds. That's damn near what? Two bullets a second? Damn near. Some seconds is 3. Go ahead.
And horse is a vain thing for safety.
And your tanks, your helicopters, your B-115s, if that is a helicopter, your jets, your sonic propelled motion jets, your stealth bombers, right? Your drones, your nuke capable drones. It's vain of God. Go ahead.
Neither shall he deliver any by his great strength.
Go ahead.
Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him.
So God's eye is upon them that fear him. That's why Christ said, don't be troubled. This is why Christ said, don't be troubled. Don't worry about it. If you're in my Father's hand, it's all good. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it seems like. Go ahead.
Upon them that hope in his mercy.
Upon them that hope in his mercy.
To deliver their soul from death.
To do what?
To deliver their soul from death.
So the Most High can deliver you from death. Go ahead.
And to keep them alive in the famine.
And to what?
And to keep them alive in the famine.
And to keep you alive in famine. Famineous situationist. Not to, don't follow. But famine is coming. Shoot, if you ask me, it's a famine now, man. This food ain't real. We're not even eating real food, man. And that's another thing, man. Get some herbs, learn how to grow. And I'm not trying to be a hypocrite because I do got a little farm in Jersey, but I'm not running it and I'm not producing the fruit. And I have to learn. I got brothers around me that can teach. But we do eat off the vine in my family. You understand? Go ahead.
Our soul waited for the Lord.
What verse you in?
20.
Go ahead.
Our soul waited for the Lord.
And that's what you do. You got to be patient in this situation, Israel. Have your soul sit the hell down somewhere and wait on the Lord. Don't be in such a rush. Don't be so excited you fall out the truth because this didn't go right. That didn't go right. Or I've been waiting for this thing to happen for 10 years and it hasn't happened. Go ahead.
He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him because we have trusted in his holy name. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us according as we hope in thee.
Right. According as we hoped in thee. Right. Go back to Matthew. I think we have verse 7. 24 and 7. Matthew chapter 24 and 7.
Come.
Now we get to the point. And I'm going to need the video of Once he reads this, let's just play that first video that I put in the chat a couple days ago. It's got Trump speaking to the media. I need that first video. You can cue that up now. Go ahead, King.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
Right? Like Israel and Palestine. Right? Like Iran and Israel. America and Russia. Right? A trinity of hate. A damn trinity of hate. Right? Like Venezuela and America. Like America against the whole damn world. You got Cuba on that list. Venezuela, Greenland, Russia, China, North Korea. Africa is a bunch of ish countries. Right? This dragon speaks bold, man. So it says in Revelations 13.
That's what he said.
I mean, it says this beast or this goat had, great swelling words, or I'm paraphrasing. He spoke boldly, man. Like in Daniel. He's trying to wear the saints out. Go ahead.
And kingdom against kingdom.
And kingdom against kingdom. Go ahead.
And there shall be famines.
And there shall be famines.
And pestilence.
And pestilence, COVID, and what's going on now with this flu nobody knows about. Go ahead.
And earthquakes.
And earthquakes. I don't even know how many earthquakes have been going. I lost count. How many tsunamis, how many storms, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes in diverse places. Go ahead.
In diverse places.
In what?
In diverse places.
Go ahead.
All of these are the beginning of sorrow.
All of these are the beginning of birth pains. Right? Play that video. Salakia, play that video, King. I don't think we got sound. I can't. Okay.
We don't want to have Russia there. We don't want to have China there. Your next door neighbor. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, the sound was good. I think you could play it again. The sound came up. So like the orange man was saying, which I believe in that video, he's talking about Greenland. We don't want Russia and China there. It's ours. Trump is, I like Trump because he's honest, man. He lies a lot, but when his true emotions come out, he's honest, man. Let's see if it'll play now. He's an honest devil. Straight like that. He can't hold back how he really feels.
We don't want to have Russia there. We don't want to have China there. And by the way, we don't want Russia or China going to Greenland, which if we don't take Greenland, you're going to have Russia or China as your next door neighbor. That's not going to happen.
How much money are you thinking of giving people in Greenland to get them on board with a possible U.S.
I'm not talking about money for Greenland yet. I might talk about that. But right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor. Okay? I would like to make a deal, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way. And by the way, I'm a fan of Denmark too. I have to tell you, and they've been very nice to me. I'm a big fan, but the fact that they had a boat land there 500 years ago doesn't mean that they own the land. I'm sure we had lots of boats go there also, but now there are Russian destroyers, there are Chinese destroyers and bigger. There are Russian submarines all over the place. We're not going to have Russia or China occupy Greenland, and that's what they're going to do if we don't. So we're going to be doing something with Greenland, either the nice way or the more difficult way. Please, go ahead, ma'am.
Mr. President, why is it so important to you to own it when you have a military presence there, which you could expand to affect the security?
Because when we own it, we defend it. You don't defend leases the same way. You have to own it. And, you know, with a nation, look at what happened with Obama, with that horrible deal they made with Iran. It was a short-term deal. It was like a 9-year deal. Countries can't make 9-year deals or even 100-year deals. Countries have to have ownership. And you defend ownership, you don't defend leases. And we'll have to defend Greenland. If we don't do it, China or Russia will. It's not going to happen. We are not going to have, and I like China, I like Russia, I love the people of China, I love the people of Russia. I get along very well with President Putin, but I'm very disappointed in him. I get along very well with President Xi. I'm going to go over to China in April, but I don't want them as a neighbor in Greenland. Not going to happen. And by the way, and NATO's got to understand that. I'm all for NATO. I saved NATO. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have a NATO right now. But we're not going to allow Russia or China to occupy Greenland, and that's what's going to happen if we don't.
So you heard them. Big swelling words from America. Now let's get into why Greenland is so important to America's future and development, right? I put a screenshot and I put the article. It says buying Greenland offers the U.S. military unparalleled, right? And just bring that up. I'm gonna have my son read that, and we'll go from there. Here you go. Take your time, like read it over, and then I'm gonna wait for him to bring that up. So it's paramount that America obtains Greenland, Venezuela, right? Because of the tremendous debt America has been so fortunate. I say fortunate, it's really unfortunate. Well, it's not really unfortunate. I'm glad this place is in a lot of debt. I wish that debt they put it in my people's pocket over the years, but you know, we was never supposed to obtain a good life in America anyway. So the point to Trump buying Greenland, if you check it out, and this is what you should do around the world, check out what nations have supreme minerals, right? And oil. And I ain't talking about the stuff America produced. I'm talking about that rich black oil. That's evil. It's easy to turn into gas. America has a lot of oil, and people go, why do we always go and take other people's oil? Because the oil here is crap. It's just that simple. That's why America, and they're not telling y'all that, they go into these lands with better resources and better soil to extract the oil from the earth because it's better. It's a cleaner burn, right? You should go into these countries and see what minerals they have. Tungsten, copper, silver, gold, platinum, uranium, lithium. You wouldn't have a military force around any country without the presence of lithium, because a lot of stuff runs on batteries. And that lithium is a very, very important mineral for the world right now, because that's where they're going. They're going into cleaner energy, AI, you know, the building of what are those called? Those tech sites where they have all those different things. What's that called? You know what it's called? One of those sites. Lithium. Read that.
It says buying Greenland offers the U.S. military unparalleled strategic advantages in the Arctic, including enhanced surveillance.
Salaki, you could bring that up on the screen for the people to read along, if they want to. But go ahead.
Buying Greenland offers the U.S. military unparalleled strategic advantages.
So it offers them unparalleled strategic advantages. That's why China and Russia, quiet as kept. NATO went in on Greenland too, right? And probably some other smaller countries are bitten for that territory. Go ahead.
Including enhanced surveillance,
being able to spy on our enemies. Go ahead and detect any type of missile that comes across that's headed towards America. Go ahead.
Missile defense,
like I just said. Go ahead.
And control over new Arctic shipping routes.
And you have control over an important route to get goods and or services or military to these other nations. Go ahead.
Leveraging its unique location to counter Russia and China, and solidifying the existing Batufik space base for
Batufik. I guess I do. Beatific. I know it's a P, but it's pronounced Beatific. Go ahead.
The existing Beatific space base for early warning and space surveillance.
And why would they need to monitor space? Y'all think y'all the only ones that know the prophecies in this book? Why do you think they have a space force? Y'all really think y'all the only ones that know about the prophecies in this book? Give me a break. Go ahead.
The island serves as a vital anchor for North American defense and as a logistical hub, making control crucial for maintaining U.S. global power projection in the increasingly important Arctic region, though it presents complex diplomatic and sovereignty issues.
Right? That's it on that. We're going to go to the next article real quick. Let me find it. We're going to talk about the history because this is not new. Oh, Trump, why does he want to buy Greenland? What is he, crazy? Well, then a lot of these presidents are crazy because they've been trying to get Greenland since the 1800s. All right, let's check this out. All right, brother, I'm going to send this to the chat. All right, we'll just read this part, and we don't have to. I was going to go into the second part of it, but it's a Wikipedia article. You can look it up based on the title if y'all want to read the whole thing. But we got a lot more stuff to cover in a short amount of time. All right, so let's make it happen. I just sent it in the chat, King. He could bring that up, but until he brings it up, the brother, the Y, he's going to go ahead and bring it out. Bring it out, Doc.
There were notable internal
read the highlighted part. Salakia. There
were notable internal discussions within the U.S. federal government about acquiring Greenland in 1867.
And when?
In 1867.
So there were notable discussions of acquiring Greenland. Go ahead. In 1867.
1910.
When, during the World War I, we were there.
1946.
1955.
2019.
Last Trump presidency. Go ahead.
And 2025.
And 2025, just last year. Right? Just last year. Go ahead.
To present day.
Go ahead.
And acquisition has been advocated by American Secretaries of State William H. Seward and James F. Burns, privately by Vice President Nelson Rockefeller, and publicly by President Donald Trump.
So Rockefeller wanted to get it privately, but Trump, he got a loud mouth, so, it is what it is. But I don't think that's a great war strategy to tell your enemies why you need this piece of land. I think that's just foolish, right? He's a very prideful man. Let me get Salakia. We're going to pivot real quick, and we're going to get back to it. Let me get Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and start at verse 6. 6 on down. Sirach 10 and 6.
This is the book of Sirach. But he says Steve.
No, Sirach. That's why I say Sirach.
10 and 6.
10 and 6.
Go. This is the book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10 and verse 6. Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practices.
Injurious practices is an injury. Could be to your social status. It could be to your body. But it's meant to place harm, right? What happened in Venezuela was meant to place harm. And the people that do injurious practices are prideful because they're hateful because of pride. They're not hateful because of injustice. They're hateful because of pride. That's why they do injurious practices. Keep going.
Pride is hateful before God.
Pride is what?
Pride is hateful before God.
Go ahead. Forget it. Go ahead.
And man, and by both does one commit iniquity.
And by both does one commit iniquity. Go ahead.
Because of unrighteous dealings.
Because of unrighteous dealings, injurious practices. Go ahead.
Injuries and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
And that's what happened to the Native American Indians because the white man has pride. Blanco has pride. Paleface has pride. Esau has pride. The devil has pride. Go ahead.
Why is earth and ashes proud?
Why is what?
Why is earth and ashes proud?
Why are you proud? You're nothing but earth and ashes. Go ahead.
There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
No, I thought women has that spot taken because the Bible says that, you know, I'm paraphrasing, but the Bible says it's basically not more wicked than a woman. A woman's jealousy or something like that. Go ahead.
There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
You know, women don't. Sorry to get on you fellas, and that, you know, women have their place. Wicked women have their place in my mind when it comes to rebuking them, but the scriptures are clear. There's nothing more wicked because kings invade. They destroy whole families, uproot nations. Go ahead.
For such a one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels.
Right? Because of his pride, he'll give away the farm. Because of his pride, he'll put himself in a dangerous situation. He'll cast away his bowels. He'll give it up. You ain't even got to stab him through. He'll walk under his own calamity. He'll fall in the pit himself. Go ahead. Jump down to 12 and 13, and we back into the scriptures.
The beginning of pride is when one departed from God.
The beginning of pride is when one departed from God, his maker. Go ahead.
And turned away from his maker.
And his heart is turned away from his maker. Go ahead.
For pride is the beginning of sin.
It's the what?
For pride is the beginning.
And that's where snowball effect starts. Pride is the beginning of sin. Go ahead.
And he that hath it shall pour out abomination.
And whoever has it, you're going to spill it out from every orifice of your body. That's it on that?
No.
Go ahead.
And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities.
And that's why America's going to get cooked one day. That's why you see all this chaos around the world. Birth pains around the world. Go ahead.
And overthrew them utterly.
God's going to overthrow you utterly. All right. Let me get Salakia. This is why we got to be diligent in our studies and what we do and say. Right? Because nation rising against nation. Kingdom against kingdom. Matter of fact, bring that out again. Let me get Matthew 24:7. Bring that out again, Ak. And then we're going to jump over to Jeremiah 51.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Nation shall rise against nation.
Go ahead.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Go ahead.
And there shall be famines.
Mm-hmm.
And pestilences.
Mm-hmm.
And earthquakes.
Mm-hmm.
In diverse places.
In diverse places. Give me Jeremiah 51 and start at 46. Jeremiah 51 and 46.
Con. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 46. Unless your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler.
And what in the land?
And violence in the land, ruler against ruler.
And violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Right? Just recently, I think a day ago, Iran issued a public threat on Trump's life. So you got one ruler issuing a public threat on Trump's life, and he said, this time we're not going to miss. This time is for real. We ain't missing this time. All them ketchup packets, pump fake shots at the golf course, that's done. We're going to make sure this one hits. This sticks. Right? And that's a ruler against a ruler. One nation against a nation. One people against another people. Play that video, King. Real quick. Let's look at what Iran put in a newspaper. I think just yesterday or last night, whatever, that time difference is weird, but let's bring that out real quick. The video of They Won't Miss. I believe that's the title. We won't miss. Because there's going to be violence against these rulers. Threats of violence. Rumors of violence. It's cold in here. That's not my house, but the world is cold. That's why I had to put on my scarf work, because this is cold right here. We're about to read something cold. Oh, listen to something cold. Bring that out, Ak.
Following some breaking news out of Iran after Iran threatens President Trump. Take a look at this social media post right now, sharing more details of this threat. This is from the New York Post, saying Iran issues a sickening assassination threat against Trump. Quote, this time it will not miss the target. And they also shared a photo of one of the assassination attempts against President Trump. All of this coming as protests continue to escalate in Iran. These are some file video of some of these protests in which reportedly hundreds, if not thousands of people have been killed. Meantime, Iran's judiciary head has signaled earlier today there would be fast trials and executions ahead for suspects detained in these nationwide protests, despite warnings from President Trump that the U.S. may take military action over the killing of peaceful demonstrators. Those comments came as activists warn that hangings of those detained could come soon. The security force crackdown on the demonstrations has killed at least 2,500 people. That's according to the U.S.-based human rights activist news agency. The death toll exceeds that of any other round of protest or unrest in Iran in decades, and recalls the chaos surrounding the country's 1979 Islamic Revolution. These demonstrations began on December 28th over the collapse of an Iranian currency as the country's economy is being squeezed by international sanctions levied in part over its nuclear program. This also comes as President Trump has consulted with his national security team about next steps with Iran as he looks to get a better understanding of the specific number of Iranian citizens who have been killed and arrested in more than 2 weeks of unrest throughout the country. So this is some video of just some of those protests that have continued to grow in Iran. President Trump said that he believes the killing is significant and that his administration would, quote, act accordingly. He also added that he believed the Iranian government was, quote, badly misbehaving. But the president said that he has yet to receive a confirmed number of Iranians killed in these protests that began late last month, saying that he has heard 5 different sets of numbers in that death toll. So the tensions continue to escalate, and these comments come after President Trump earlier said that he was cutting off the prospects of talks with Iranian officials amid a protest crackdown, telling Iranian citizens, quote, help is on the way. Now, he didn't offer any details about exactly what this help would entail, but his remarks come just 2 days after he said Iran wants to negotiate with Washington after his threat to strike the Islamic Republic. And now the rhetoric continues to ramp up after Iran issues an assassination threat against President Trump, saying, quote, this time it will not miss the target. We, of course, are continuing to follow all of the breaking news stories, and also a programming note as you're taking a live look at the White House coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So in just about half an hour or so, President Trump will be holding a signing ceremony at the White House. This is open to the media, and one has to imagine that many questions will be asked as Iran has ramped up that rhetoric with an assassination threat.
Okay, Khan, that's it on that, King. Escalation is a sign, not the event itself. So it's going to start mounting up, mounting up, mounting up, mounting up. These are signs. These are birth pains, but it's not the event. Birth pains are going to increase intensity, right? Frequency, more frequent disasters, destruction, earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis, war threats, war popping off. I think there's 92 countries at war right now, right? We all know that China, Russia, and America has been playing we're going to go to war game for a minute now. But it's about 92 countries at war right now. You don't believe me? Go look it up, right? But don't leave this video. Look it up later when this is over. Let me get that. 1 Thessalonians.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 3.
So 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 3, we're going into these birth pains, all right? More on these birth pains, these upcoming disasters, turmoil, terror, but don't be fearful. Go ahead.
For when they shall say peace and safety.
When they say peace and safety,
then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Then it's going to be sudden destruction. You know, America can't dictate what's going to happen to the people in Iran. He can't dictate that. He can't determine what's going to happen anywhere to anyone. They could send their military, their drones. They could drop food. They could send ground troops. They can coordinate with their lieutenants, sergeants. They can coordinate with their captains, right? Generals. But there's no guarantees. There's only one entity on this earth that makes the guarantees, right? And he's against America and their allies. Damn, I mean, he's mostly against the whole world. That's why he's going to put this place on fire eventually. Except for the Israelites, the believing Israelites that have faith and keep the commandments of Mashiach Yahushua, right? Keep going.
As travail upon a woman with child.
As travail upon a woman with child. Go ahead.
And they shall not escape.
And you're not going to get away. Let me get Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. Let me get that. Book of Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1.
Book of Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1.
Let him bring it up on the screen real quick. The book of Daniel chapter 12 and 1. Right? And while he's getting that, there's basically going to be a time of trouble like no one's ever seen before when this thing really ramps up. But don't be scared. Don't be afraid. You know, get around believing people like you believe. You don't have to all synchronize and believe the same exact thing. But the core basis of being a Hebrew Israelite, decency, honor, respect, right? How many steps Moses took to get to the burning bush ain't salvific. Damn, Cornelius was a dark-skinned Italian Israelite from Italy in a military that only allowed Italians in, but he's an Israelite. That doesn't matter. That's not a shot at anyone. It just simply doesn't matter. Get around people who believe like you, the core basis, and come off these computers and these phones and congregate, keep feast days, learn your people, so when all hell breaks loose, you're not still typing, is everybody out there okay? That's not going to work. When the government kicks in your door and finds you online trolling someone, oh, I hate this, that's not going to work either. Right? Read that.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince withstanding for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
And that's when we're going to be delivered, in a time of trouble. Give me Zechariah chapter 12, read 1 through 3. So we're going to be delivered in a time of trouble. Right? Our people are going to be delivered in a mighty way. And it's not just Yahushua that's going to deliver us, not just the angels that's going to deliver us. We're going to get into that. The mighty men, 144,000. The battle axe of God is going to help deliver us. I created a AI skit. It's not, I hope people don't think it's if you go on my Facebook page, CHAARAWATAZA Gabar, or Sora, I don't know, I think it's DJ _ the artist on Sora, but I created a video of a man standing, his eyes are glowing, and there's planes flying over, and he's exploding those planes with his spiritual power. It's not Yahushua. That's going to be our battle axe of the Most High God when all hell breaks loose. Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 12 and verse 1.
We're going to read 1 through 3. Go ahead.
The burden of the word of the Lord for Israel, saith the Lord.
This is for Israel, not everybody on the planet. Go ahead.
Which stretcheth forth the heavens.
Which stretcheth forth the heavens. Go ahead.
And layeth the foundation of the earth.
And layeth the foundation of the earth. Go ahead.
And formeth the spirit of man within him.
And he formed man's spirit, whether it be a mighty man, a weak man, a loving man, a wise man. God formed that spirit in you. Go ahead.
Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in the siege both against Judah and Jerusalem. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone.
Go ahead.
For all people. And all that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it.
So how I don't know how everybody gets salvation if all the people going to be on the earth is going to be gathered against Israel. And I know that's not every single baby, 5-year-old child. We're talking about government powers, armies, right? Mainly men that's trying to destroy Israel. Go ahead.
In that day, saith the Lord, I will smite every horse with astonishment, and his rider with madness. And I will open mine eyes upon the house of Judah, and will smite every horse of the people with blindness.
Right? Because we're going to be that battle axe doing the smiting. Jump to chapter 14 and verse 1.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. Verse 2. For I will gather all the nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. And then the Lord shall go forth and fight against those nations.
And do what?
And fight against those nations.
So the Lord's going to fight for Israel against those nations. Now, verse 2 is an amalgamation of history of how we've been treated and destroyed. That's not happening in one day. It's a complete spectrum of our history on this earth being destroyed. Go ahead.
As when he fought in the day of the battle.
As when he what?
As when he fought in the day of the battle.
Right? Not a specific battle, just the day of the battle. Because the Most High fights a lot of battles for Israel. All right, you can read that all throughout the Bible. All right, drop that. I'm gonna play another video, or do I want to get into more scripture? Salakia Akim, but I think we're gonna leave with more scripts. And when there's gonna actually real quick, and when there's gonna be times of trouble, such has never seen from any nation. Modern day, there's gonna be it's a modern day context to this, right? War is not, how can I put this? War is no longer isolated. It's gonna be a global impact, and that's what you're seeing ramping up in the world today. Right? National disasters are ramping up, right? Affecting entire systems, right? Economic stability or destabilization of economics. This stuff is ramping up. Everybody's feeling it right now. We all feeling it. We all going through something. We all got some type of pain, angst, want, need. Right? Long as it's not a corruptible desire, feel good about that thing. Feel good that the Most High chose to chastise you, and you know you're going through that chastisement because there's something better on the other side. Now, I'm not saying you can't have good now. For all you brothers and sisters that's doing good, great. But those riches aren't for you, sorry to say. You're supposed to be helping your people. You're supposed to be helping your people, you know, not just for survive, but stay on their feet, stay 10 toes down in the truth. It's not always financial, though. Charity is not always financial, right? It could be game, it could be wisdom, knowledge, understanding, an ear to listen to. Shoot, when was the last time you helped the Israelite sister? She's pregnant, she had a baby, or you just come over to help out, do some dishes, take out the trash. We don't do that for each other anymore. You know, you got a brother, he's got his car broken down, you're a mechanic. Take a few hours after work and go help that brother with his whip, man. He shouldn't be paying $4,000 to rebuild a transmission when you know how to do it. If he want to throw you something, cool. But if you know how to build, you've been building transmissions for 15 years. I ain't saying pay for all the parts, but damn, that could be a weekend project. We don't do that for each other anymore. And for you brothers and sisters that are doing it, great. Keep doing it. Because that helps when Yahweh Shah say, don't let your heart be troubled. When you know your car's working, you got a roof over your head, you got food in your belly, you got the essentials of life. You don't need to be rich. You understand? You don't need to be balling on some Jim Jones level, but I mean, come on. If you're able to help out, not just financially, of course, tithe, give your alms, you understand? Support the ministry. Let me repeat that. Give tithe, give your alms, support the ministry. That's just a righteous duty. We should all be doing that, no matter what our status is. And we should all be charitable, right? This ain't the question of if this is the end, because a lot of brothers and sisters say, oh, the end is right around the corner. We don't know when the end is, but we do know when the pressure is on, and this is the pressure. We're in the pressure cooker. The end is coming, yes. I'm not saying those brothers and sisters are wrong, but you don't know when. You don't know. You can't say it's going to be a few months from now, a few days from now. What if it's 10 years from now? Then it's 10 years of pressure, 10 years of birth pains. God forbid, but it can happen. And that's that patience and waiting and preparing yourself. Let me get Zephaniah chapter 3. Let me get Zephaniah 3 and 8, man. Y'all got to be patient. This is a marathon. This is not a race. You got to the truth a month ago. You were a captain in 3 weeks ago. You made captain. Good for you. Good for you. You made captain. You became a captain. Right? In 3 weeks. And in 2 weeks, you learned the whole Bible and all the precepts and all the prophecy and all the breakdowns. Now you're ready to get the last week of the month. Now you're ready to get up out of here. You done had camp 4 weekends. You know, every weekend was a new challenge. You broke down the Christian, you broke down the Muslim, you broke down the atheist, right? And you broke down. You got a video out there breaking down the drunk white bunch of kids, and now you're viral. All in a month. 1 month, you did it all. You seen it all. And you traveled to each city. You went to LA, you went to New York, you went to Florida. You know what I'm saying? You done took pictures with all the elders. I'm done, I'm ready to get up out of here, man. I'm done. I did it all as a Hebrew Israelite in 1 month. 30 days ago, I learned I was an Israelite. I learned the Bible. I became captain of my camp. I traveled to the United States and then some. I got all the prophecy. I watched 72 hours straight of prophecy videos. I got all that down. Now it's time to go. Yahushua, where are you? It don't work that way. Right? I know I'm a little extra right with it, but it don't work that way. You got to have patience. Read that out. Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Therefore, wait ye upon me.
Do what?
Wait ye upon me.
So Yahweh is telling you to wait. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
To the day he rises up to the prey. Nobody knows when that's going to be, when he sends his son. Go ahead.
For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation.
So God is waiting to pour upon these nations his indignation. Nation indignation. That's a bar. Go ahead.
Even all my fierce anger.
Go ahead.
For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
All the earth is going to be devoured in the fire of Yahushua jealousy. Right? Because he's a jealous God. He hates to see his people serving other gods. He hates to see his people pulling away from the truth. He hates to see his people on drugs. He hates to see his people chasing after women. He hates to see his people chasing after the white man's dollar with the white man's face on it. He's a jealous God. He hates idolatry. Right? The Most High hates these things. Right? That's it on that? All right. What we got next? What we gonna do now? Actually, we're gonna play another video. All right, we got a little time. We got a little time. I want to get some of these videos out. The question is, which video we want to play? Play the next one in that concession at the bottom of the chat, King. I think it starts at 36 minutes and 18 seconds. The one for 36 minutes and 18 seconds. And before we get into that video, actually, I want to read this quick screenshot about Venezuela and how important the destabilization of Venezuela was, which is also a birth pain, because when this beast system gets stronger and stronger and more capable, they're going to commit more wickedness around the world to their inhabitants in this country and the inhabitants all over the earth. Because now they have more resources to do more wickedness. That's what this campaign is all about. It's not to get America rich again or so-called great again to do well. It's to be even more wicked. To advance the day of Yahweh faster. So I hope, America, these birth pains continue. I don't want this to stop. Ramp it up. Let's go. Shoot these nukes. Let's get it popping. So they say back in my day. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. What do they say now? They say let's get it popping. I think the Crips say let's get it cracking. What's your generation say, son? You don't even know. Yeah, let's just get it, man. And these things got to build up. You should be happy, man. You should be glad these things are going on. Right? Because you should be watching for these things to go on. Matter of fact, I got so many scriptures in my head. Go back to Matthew chapter 24. Go back to Matthew 24. Right? And read 42.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 42.
So real quick, I'm pivoting. I'm not pivoting. It's part of the lesson, but you brothers and sisters, especially you brothers, y'all got to be mindful and watch. Even if you at work, whatever job you do, they got these things called wireless headphones, right? You can listen to books, you can listen to articles, you can listen to YouTube. You don't have to listen to trap music all day, right? And drop it like it's hot. And I don't mean to be graphic because I know it's children and young women watching, but you don't have to listen to the foul music all day. Take time out. Listen to Reuters. That's a news app. Type in what's the latest news. What's the latest attack on a country? Who's trying to, I don't know, come up with good questions. If you can't come up with good questions, ask ChatGPT, man. You know what I'm saying? But you should be watching. Not just the stuff that the media feeds you. Go out and search and watch, man. Read that.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 42.
Bring it out.
Watch, therefore.
Do what?
Watch, therefore.
Go ahead.
For ye know not what hour your Lord doth come.
So you better watch, because you don't know when the hour your Lord comes. Right? And watching these birth pains and he's lining them up with prophecy, that's how you're going to figure it out. Now, you still won't know, but you'll have a sense, I need to really tighten this up. Keep going.
But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched.
He would have what?
He would have watched.
Go ahead.
And would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
And you wouldn't have suffered your house to be broken up because you was watching. All the situations going in your camp, society, in your house mainly. You would be watching. Go ahead.
Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful servant and wise servant? Slakia, who then is a faithful and wise servant?
Who then is a faithful and wise servant? Drop that. Let me get Ezekiel 33. Let me get the classic. Ezekiel 33 and start at verse 2. Start at verse 2. I don't know if you can bring that up on the screen. Ezekiel 33 and 2. We're going to get the classics real quick. All right. 2 to 5. Bring that out. Whenever you're ready, you can bring it out.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 2. Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast, and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn people.
So that's what a watchman is for. Right? And our people kind of chose the watchman, man. The people who woke up to the truth took it upon themselves to join a camp or go out to the highways and byways to wake up their people. I mean, they're approved. They're not doing no heinous crap in Israel. And I'll leave that up to your own imagination, or you could just imagine the things that's already been gone down in Israel. You're an approved watchman. You have a duty. You have a job, and we're about to read about it. Go ahead.
If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
But he that taketh warning, that's verse 5, King. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. So your camp leader, your captain, your officer, your elder can't deliver you. They can warn you. You have to put your one foot in front of the other to deliver your own soul. That's the point of the watchman. The watchman can't deliver you. You can deliver you by standing in faith and keeping the commandments of Hamashiach Yahushua, right? And ultimately of his father, Yahweh, which is his Christ. You understand? Drop that. And this is how, when you watched, right, and when you were told, right, this is what you must do when you're told that the sword is coming upon your nation. Let me get Ephesians. Let me get another classic. I got it. Ephesians 6 and 11. This is what it looks like to deliver your own soul. The book of Ephesians, chapter 6, and start at verse 11.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 11.
Bring it out.
Put on the whole armor of God.
You got to put on armor, man. When there's an invading army coming for your soul, you better get not physical armor. You better put on spiritual armor. You better gird up your loins. Go ahead.
That ye may be able to stand against the wills of the devil.
Against the wiles of the devil. Go ahead.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
The fight, the sword ain't physical yet. You're going to know what it is. It starts in the mind. It starts in the spirit. Go ahead.
But against principalities and against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness in high places.
And this is all the battles in your mind. This is all a spiritual battle fought in the mind. Go ahead.
Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God.
So put on that armor, is reiterating, this is how important it is. Go ahead.
That ye may be able to withstand in the evil day.
So you can stand in that evil day. Go ahead.
And having done all to stand.
And everything you do, everything you've done to stand, go ahead.
Stand therefore.
And stand again. Go ahead.
Having your loins girt about with truth.
So you can't be thrusted through with wickedness. Having your loins girded. I say your loins girded with truth. So you can't be thrusted through with wickedness. Go ahead.
And having on the breastplate of righteousness.
So you can't be shot through your chest and have your lungs collapse and your heart explode out your chest. Go ahead.
And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
And your feet shod with the preparations of the gospel of peace. So you know how to walk through evil ways, being as wise as a serpent and innocent as a dove. Go ahead.
Above all, taking the shield of faith.
Your protection. The Bible is a shield. Knowing these scriptures is a shield. It's protection. You're not supposed to study for debate, but study to help to help deliver your soul at attemptive and wicked situations, and to help your brothers be protected. When they call you up at 2 in the morning, yo, I'm in a debate on Clubhouse. I need that scripture you pulled during class that week. And you're supposed to sit there and figure it out. But you do because you got that shield. Go ahead.
Wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
And that's how you're able to quench the fiery darts of the wicked, man. Because it says the shield is the most important thing to have. You can stand behind your shield. If you ain't got a shield, you got your helmet. I got my sword. I got my breastplate. I got my feet, my legs covered, but you still gonna get hit. Bang, 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 bang. If you got that shield up, you can cover that whole body. You can cover that whole body up. So if little shrapnel gets through, you're still covered because you still got your armor on, right? But the shield is the most important thing. Go ahead.
And take the helmet of salvation.
And take that helmet of salvation.
And the sword of the spirit.
Right? So you can chop that wickedness in half with the truth. Go ahead.
Which is the word of God.
Which is what?
Which is the word of God.
That two-edged sword, man. It go in, it come out. That's the worst type of hit. A double-edged sword. Because it's cutting both in and cutting coming out. And you need that in this day and age. You need truth in and out. Bop, bop. Take them out quick. In that wickedness quick. And scripture should be flowing. Bow, bow, bow. Somebody say something wicked, hit them with it. Boom, boom. Even if you just put it in your own head. So you don't get influenced with lust, desire, pride, envy. The scripture should be hitting. Right? Let's play that video out. Enough on my rant. I feel like I went on a rant. Let's play that video real quick, and we got like 2 more videos, and I'm up out of here, man. No, we got a Salakia. Before you play that video, let me send something in the chat so you can pull this up. Salakia, Israel. Salakia, Yasha Allah. I got too much going on. This time I'm gonna send a link. Hopefully they can see it better at home because the image looked kind of small last time. So I'm gonna send a link. You can pull that link up. The last thing I sent in the chat. And we'll just read where it says Argentina. Start at Argentina deals with China's centers on massive currency sweeps. Yeah, King. So this article is about how pivotal Argentina was to China and why Trump needed to destabilize Argentina by criminalizing the young man that they captured and holding Argentina's resources for themselves, because Argentina, just like Greenland, is bursting with natural minerals and resources. Now, quiet as kept, there's an AI race. I'm losing my voice as I'm sitting in this class, but there's an AI race to have the top technology on Earth. This technology will allow a lot of people to get rich. It'll allow governments to stabilize their weaponry, all types of stuff, because these are agents they're creating. They're not just tools for you to ask what's the best restaurant in town. These new supercomputers or super AIs, and my son can contest to this, they're spending billions, if not trillions of dollars to develop this technology to have AI create other AI or to be the agent. See, human beings are the agents because we can create things. We can think of things. We can say yes or no. They're trying to have the AI replace us in that thinking, in that wisdom, in that way of life. Whoever has the most resources or the valuable lithium, the valuable oil, the valuable cooling systems, they're going to be able to produce this AI that supposedly is going to be able to, they say it's going to be more dangerous than nukes. They're hoping to control it, but a lot of specialists that worked in IT for 20, 30 years, they're saying if you create this special AI, it's not going to be able to be controlled. And that's going to cause the doom of mankind. But I hope they do it, man, because I want them to have the best chance, at least in their mind, to be able to defeat Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Because they're going to need it. Because if you think when that sky cracks, your sonic weapons, your drones, your nukes, your sonic-seeking, heat-seeking missiles is going to be able to touch him, you better have the best fighting troops, AI, semi-automatic weapons available on Earth, because you're going to need them. Read that, King. Yeah. Salakia.
Argentina's deals with China center on massive currency swaps for financial stability, large-scale agricultural trade.
Right, that large currency, real quick in that parentheses, is the yen dollar. So China basically wanted to be, or was at the time, the what's it called? The Fed, the bank. You know what it's called? I forget what it's called, but the Federal Reserve, Salakia. So China wanted to be the Federal Reserve, where they could swipe their credit card and get whatever they needed. That's what China was going to be for Argentina. Go ahead.
Large-scale agricultural trade, especially soybeans, Chinese investment via the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, and strategic defense cooperation, with recent shifts involving new leadership temporarily impacting deals, but renewing agreements for yuan for peso swaps and trade. The core deal is a financial lifeline.
Is a what?
Is a financial lifeline.
So the core deal is a financial lifeline, like America has with their banks and their bankers and those so-called 13 families, right, that run the world or fund America. Go ahead.
Letting Argentina access yuan to pay imports and shore up dollar reserves in exchange for pesos, while China gains influence and market access.
Right. While China gains influence and market access. That's it on that. So that's why Trump had to destabilize Venezuela. It had nothing to do with drugs, had nothing to do with, oh, we're going to bomb these fishermen that's trying to bring drugs to America. Right? It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with the oil and the natural minerals that Venezuela has and possesses that are now under subjugation to America. And they wicked behind. Bring that video up real quick with Trump in the Oval Office while I put the 36 minutes, 36 and 18. Well, you're going to start the video at 36 minutes and 18 seconds. We're not going to watch 36 minutes of video. Just 30. Start at the 30. It's like 2 minutes. Baba Kushar Salakia. And by the way, man, I hope this is not so much entertaining. I hope it's informative and y'all learning something behind this information. All these teachers that y'all see up here, we all put our heart, mind, and soul and intelligence the best we can to these videos. If it's entertaining, that's a plus, but it's not just supposed to be entertaining, it's supposed to be informative, especially this lesson being about birth pains and what's coming up in America and around the world. Go ahead and play that, King.
We have been informed by very important sources on the other side, and they've said the killing has stopped and the executions won't take place. There was supposed to be a lot of executions today, and that the executions won't take place. And we're going to find out. I mean, I'll find out after this. You'll find out. But we've been told on good authority, and I hope it's true. Who knows, right? Who knows?
We've
Crazy
seen
world.
buybacks. So how do you trust them?
We've seen that over the last few days, and they said people were shooting at them with guns, and they were shooting back. And, it's one of those things. But They told me that there'll be no executions, and so I hope that's true.
Does this mean military action is now off the table against Iran?
We're going to watch and see what the process is, but we were given a very good statement by people that are aware of what's going on.
Is that considering military action? Is that still a threat?
No executions. Everyone's talking about a lot of executions were taking place today. We were just told no executions. I hope that's true. That's a big thing. Yes, ma'am.
The Foreign Minister of Greenland, she said a while ago in a press conference in an embassy of Denmark that she made very clear in the meeting that happened here in the White House what are their limits. She also said that it was a very respectful.
Lucky, can you pause the video real quick, Ken? Can you pause this real quick?
Well, we're going to.
So real quick, not really my belief, but it's my understanding that when you win a victory, especially a substantial victory, the way Trump won it, as far as taking down the Venezuela president, that's when he really got froggy. So if you notice, now it's Greenland, now it's Iran having their own internal conflict, and you want to step in it. Now you're talking about dealing with the Cuban president. You see how when people, that pride creeps up there, and what comes after pride? A fall. Right? Pride always comes before the fall. That's how you fall, because of pride. Right? And this is what he's going into, how he's going to do this and that. Yeah, we got them. So now we're going to do this. We're going to take that block. We're going to take this block. We're going to set up this spot. Go ahead, King, play that.
Let's see what happens with Greenland. We need Greenland for national security, so we're going to see what happens. They're going to brief me on the meeting right after this conference. In fact, the sooner I get you out, the faster I'm going to know exactly what happened. But we have a very good relationship with Denmark, as you know. We'll see. But, we're doing the Golden Dome. We're doing a lot of things, and we really need it. If we don't go in, Russia's going to go in and China's going to go in. And there's not a thing that Denmark can do about it, but we can do everything about it.
There's no more than what they can do.
Well, we're going to see. I mean, look, we're going to see what happens, but we need it. I'm not the first one. This was talked about by President Truman, and 40 years before President Truman, they were talking about it. They've been talking about this for 100 years. This is not anything so new. A lot of people don't realize that, but this was a hot subject. Probably not as hot as it is now, but it was a hot subject for a long time. We need it for national security, and that includes for Europe. And I spoke with, as you know, Mark, the head of NATO, and he really wants to see something happen. It's very
It's being reported that Health and Human Services released frozen funds to Planned Parenthood. I'm wondering why this happened and why Planned Parenthood is receiving any federal
I don't
funds.
know anything about that. Bobby, do you know anything about that? What was the question?
It's being reported.
Hey, you can shut that off right there. The rest of this is fluff.
In December,
It really got nothing to do with nothing. You can shut that down right there. I got one more video from the first batch of videos I sent. From the first batch of videos I sent, you can go into Salakia Akim. I'm got a lot of stuff out here. I want to make sure I got the right video.
Every time you place a block, you
give me 1 second. Let me just double check. Salakia Akim. I believe it's the third video in that batch of videos. This one ain't even playing now.
Are we headed for World War?
Okay, no. That's not it either. I'm going to send it. I'm going to send you what I want in the chat. So there's no confusion there. I'll just send it to you. Just give me 1 second. And then we out of here, Akim. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting the ministry. If you donated, if not, do so. If you get edified, you learn anything, I did my job. Nope, that's not it. Salakia. Hopefully we're going to have this better for next time. Let me see here. Okay, cool. I got it. I'm gonna send this to the chat. We just gonna listen about 5. Oh, yeah, we could do like 5 minutes, 6 minutes of this video, right? Okay, I found it. Yeah, I just put it in the chat, King. So we could just bring that up, play that. I'm gonna have my little closing statements, and then we're gonna pretty much be done for this lesson for the day. More we could have got into, more scriptures, more situations going on around the world, but you know, we want to stay focused. We don't want to just have your minds scattered brain and all that stuff. So my son just read very eloquently the article about Venezuela. We're going to get into how it was taken, you know, and I pray that they do have these capabilities, that America does have this military might. Because, man, it's going to be a great victory for Yahushua when none of that matters. You know what I'm saying? They think they done built up this whole cabinet of military might just to find out that none of it mattered. That's going to be amazing, man. Right? That's going to be absolutely hysterical. Right? Go ahead and play the video, King.
Sonic weapon on Venezuelan troops. Reports shared by Levitt claims. By the way, this is not like a... Caroline Levitt retweeted this, Rob. I don't know if you have it or not. Do you have the clip on the bottom to play as well or no, Rob?
I
or
do.
is it
It's
just the
a
image?
tweet, but this is the entire tweet. I'll zoom
Okay, can you zoom in, please, so we can read this? So this account from a Venezuelan security guard loyal to Nicolas Maduro is absolutely chilling, and it explains a lot about why the tone across Latin America suddenly changed. Security guard, on the afternoon, on the day of the operation, we didn't hear anything come in. We were on guard, but suddenly all our radar systems shut down without any explanation. The next thing we saw were drones, a lot of drones flying over our positions. We didn't know how to react. So what happened next? How was the main attack? Security guard. After those drones appeared, some helicopters arrived, but they were very few. I think barely 8 helicopters. From those helicopters, soldiers came down, but a very small number, maybe 20 men. But those men were technologically very advanced. They didn't look like anything we fought against before. And then the battle began? Yes, but it was a massacre. We were hundreds, but we had no chance. They were shooting with such precision and speed. It seemed like each soldier was firing 300 rounds per minute. We couldn't do anything. And your weapons, did they help? No help at all, because it wasn't just the weapons. At one point, they launched something. I don't know how to describe it. It was like a very intense sound wave. Suddenly, I felt like my head was exploding from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
We all started bleeding from the nose. Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground, unable to move. And your comrades, did they manage to resist? Not at all. Those 20 men, without a single casualty, killed hundreds of us. We had no way to compete with their technology, with their weapons. I swear, I've never seen anything like it. We couldn't even stand up after that sonic weapon or whatever it was. So do you think the rest of the region should think twice before confronting the Americans? Without a doubt. I'm sending a warning to anyone who thinks they can fight the United States. They have no idea that what they're capable of. After what I saw, I never want to be on the other side of that again. They're not to be messed with. Interviewer. Latin America, definitely. Everyone is already talking about this, and no one wants to go through what we went through. Now everyone is thinking twice. What happened here is going to change a lot of things, not just in Venezuela, but throughout the region. So who retweeted this, Rob?
Caroline Levitt.
And who is this guy that's being interviewed? Who is this person? Now, can you go to Snopes and look at below the tweet to see if there's any grok questions credibility? Can we read that real quick? If you can do that, because I'm trying to, you know what this sounds like to me a little bit? Let me tell you what it sounds like, respectfully. Let me tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like go right there. Tell us about the plasma fusion population. This account is gripping. Does it imagine U.S. American? What does it exist? Is this verified? Did somebody ask Grok if this is verified? I think the press secretary has some validity, especially from the White House. Go back. No, Rob, go back to the tweet. Yeah. See if anybody tagged Grog to respond to it. And the reason why I'm asking this, because this sounds like, I'll just say it. I mean, if you want to create a narrative to put the fear in Mexico, Iran, and everybody else, it would have been written exactly like that. It almost sounds like the exchange between that transgender shooter with his furry boyfriend that he had,
still missing,
where it was perfectly written out.
Looking at the description there, the same thing happens to me when I watch A View. So it's.
Let me see this. Go. Is this so? So let's read this. Pushes version of Maduro, Venezuela dealing with absolute resolve. Delta Force radars, helicopters. Yeah, this aligns with confirmed reports from sources like CSIS, booking Cyber Command, disruption of Venezuelan communication and power, while Space Force provided real-time guidance to neutralize Russian S-300 and Chinese JY-27A systems before they fired. The viral narrative fuels regional deterrence discussions, echoing Trump's Mexico warnings, but draws skepticism as potential propaganda amid unverified elements like the sonic wave cause. Okay, so do I think this technology exists? You know, we spoke to a Delta guy just this morning.
Oh, weird.
And you know what he said? He says they've been working on this for 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
And this actually exists. It's not like it doesn't exist. But do I also read this tweet in a way where it's a perfectly written FAFO, tweet?
Yeah.
Like if you want to, F around and find out? Yes, it reads that way as well. Vinny, your thoughts on this?
It's crazy. I shot a sketch because I was making fun of it. Tom, it's so funny because I involved the View as well. This has been reported in 2016. Did you guys ever hear Havana syndrome, Tom?
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. U.S. diplomats, intelligence officers, and military personnel and family members that were abroad overseas reported sudden neurological symptoms like head pressure, dizziness, vomiting, ringing of the ears, cognitive issues, falling to the floor, vomiting, throwing up. And the first cases appeared in Havana, Cuba. And again, what was it? I don't want to be that guy, but what was the bomb? The guy that created the bomb where America was like, well, we got to test it out, so we have to drop the bomb. Einstein? No, it wasn't Einstein. It was the bomb, like having a weapon and you
nuclear
don't get
bomb,
to use
the atom
it.
bomb?
where was it? Hiroshima, Oppenheimer's bomb.
Yeah.
They're basically saying if you have it, you got to test it and you got to use it. So what better of an opportunity where you don't want to freaking do a mass casualty? You just send this freaking beam at people and they throw up and they vomit instead of killing a bunch of people. So
do I think the U.S. is using hypersonic weapons to destroy I mean, Rob, if you could pull up what the U.S. spends on defense every year, this is, I'm not even sure if these are updated figures. If you have that, Rob, we spend more than the next 10 countries combined. The type of stuff that we got, the world ain't ready for. So this random security guard in Venezuela who's throwing up, can't hear anything. Oh my God, do I think that happened to him? Yeah. I think there's going to be more stories like this. By the way, we in America today, we use things like this to dissipate crowds and get people to stop protesting and stop the chaos all the time. You ever been in a movie theater when the fire alarm goes off? You think you're going to stay watching the movie? I was at a nightclub once in Miami. Shocker. I know. These guys were fighting. People were like, what are we going to do? I'm there at the owner's table. He goes, that's it. I'm pulling the fire alarm. Wow. Everyone's like, get the hell out of here. So you don't have to fight people. You don't have to shoot people. Sometimes you can control all their senses.
This is a different,
and there's no fight back.
This is a different level we're talking about. Let me go to Tom because this was Tom's story. Tom, your thoughts?
So I'll tell you what's interesting about this. I believe this. And I believe this very, because the way to judge U.S. readiness is.
Point has been made. America drops 10 times the amount on weaponry than the next 10 countries combined. That's a figure of 877 billion. This year, Trump wants to expand the military budget to 1.5 trillion. That means it's about to go down. But don't be worried about that. Be worried about how you treat your brother and sister. Be worried about how you treat your mother and father. Be worried about how you deal with your elders. Be worried about how you deal with the youth. Be worried about how you deal with babes in the truth. Be worried about how you deal with your wife. Wives, be worried about how you deal with your husband. Don't be worried about the defense budget, because that can't save you. Last scripture before we get out of here. I want to say, whoever's watching this, appreciate it, right? I know you believe that Yahweh and Yahweh Shai is your Lord and Savior. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. We still got next all the camps in HOI, all the camps around the world. Kum Yashala, we still got next, damn it, right? Because the Bible says so. Pursuant to Daniel chapter 7 and verse 18, or it's 19, right? Grab that real quick. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 18. Bring that out. Let me prove we got next. And when we got next, we're going to keep it. Ain't no next after that. It's forever and ever and ever. Bring that out.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 18.
Go ahead.
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
The saints of the Most High shall what?
Shall take the kingdom.
We're going to take this place. Go ahead.
And possess the
And
kingdom.
we're going to possess the kingdom. Go ahead.
Forever.
Forever.
Even forever and ever.
Even forever and ever. We got next, damn it. Let me get Luke chapter 21 and start at 27. Luke chapter 21 and 27.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 27.
Salakia, we on Luke now. I just wanted to bring that out real quick. We on Luke 21 and 27. I know I'm going kind of fast, but you know, we about to close out. The point has been made. Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and birth pains. You understand? The world and birth pains. But don't be afraid, because the end is not yet. We still got a lot more to go through. But not having fear and doubt and being a damn traitor, a wicked traitor to your people ain't going to get you the kingdom, man. Much suffering, turmoil, that's what's going to get you the kingdom. But know that through that suffering and turmoil, Yahweh's with you. He's walking with you, man. He's dealing with you. All right?
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 27.
Luke 21 and 27.
And
Bring
then,
it out.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Then they're going to see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great glory. Go ahead.
And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
And when these pains come to pass, look up, because your redemption draweth nigh. Right? And your redemption is Mashiach Yahweh Shai cracking them clouds and coming to save you. Right? Did Cap want to come out and say the closing prayer? Or I know you got to go. I don't know if the other brother could take over, but I wanted to get people a chance to ask questions, because I know the elder talked about that. So if y'all have any questions on this subject or other subjects, I'd rather have questions on this subject first. If you have questions, bring them out. I'm going to be here for the next 10 minutes just to answer any questions. If nobody got any questions, then we're just going to go ahead and proceed and close it down. Can you bring up the chat? I don't know how to bring up the chat, if there is a chat. Okay, Khan King. If anybody got any questions, present them now or forever hold your peace, Salakia. Now I'm just playing. Can I scroll? Can you scroll the chat? Any questions at all? Yeah, brother Uzziah, I'm sad it has to end too, man, because you know We could be going at this thing all night, but nah. Brothers have other obligations. I'm actually not even done with work. Sadly enough, this kingdom, you got a family my size, man. You got to be down there working 36 hours a day, and it's only 24 in a day. No folly. No folly, no folly. All right, Cap Khan, the Water King. I don't know if you want to come up and close us out with a prayer, if you're available. But I'm waiting for if anybody got any questions they want to ask, we'll definitely answer them. If not, we just gonna close out. I don't know how many people's on here who might have not understood something or might have a different question that they want to ask that they're curious about in the Bible. I'm on here now. If I can answer it, I will definitely do my best to answer it. Okay, Khan. I think that's pretty much it. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but just know next time y'all up here, if y'all have questions for the teacher, or whoever the brother that's up here giving a lesson, if you do have questions, put them in the chat and we will answer your question. We do answer questions here at HOI. It's no problem. If we can't answer it, we got elders that can answer it, or captains that can answer it. If the officer can't answer it, the captain can't answer it. We got deacons that can answer it. The deacon can't answer it. Damn it, we got elders that can answer it. You understand? And they got elders over there. So if you got a question, it's a beautiful time to ask. If not, I want to say Kwam Yasha'Allah. We still got next, damn it. And let's have Cap come up and close us out with a prayer. Maybe say the Shemai, right? Couple Barakatah Yahweh's, Barakatah Yahweh, and that's pretty much it.
Khan. All praises, family. So let's close out with the Shema and also the Lord's Prayer. Maybe at least 30 seconds and let's close out. And dua again for the lesson, Mighty King. All right, all praise Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rachakadash, Shemai Yasharallah, Yahweh Allah Haynaba, Yahweh Ahad, Abinawa Shabbat Shemayim Kodash Hayashim Ki Yahweh, Malakufka Taba'a Watazaka, Haya Isha Ba'arataza, Kawa Haya Bashemayim Natananawa Lacham Hayuam. وصلحنا وخبوافنا كصلحنا وخبوافنا ولعات تبيعنا بنسيوان أبال هوشينا ميان رايك يالك هملاكوف وهالا وتبرف لا ولميم Amen. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, and we forgive our debtors. And lead us not in temptation, for thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. We come to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Please watch over the nation of Israel, to please protect us and guide us in these last days, to keep the hedge of protection around us, to keep the angels around us and our families and our loved ones and our households, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. To also put the spirit on us to endure to the end, to also bring judgment and curses upon Esau, upon the other nations, and upon America, for the wickedness and the oppression they have done unto your children, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. To also reveal his devil onto this earth for who he truly is, and his wickedness, and his greed, and his lust, and his evilness in these last days, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And we also come to you as well to protect your people in these last days, to bring judgment on the wicked, to put the blessings on the children of Israel, and also to bring judgment on the rest of the world and all these nations that have oppressed us for more than 400 years. To also bring light and hope unto us and our people in these times, to heal those that are sick, heal those that are in need, Hear those that are in the last days as well. That's in need of guidance, Yahweh Shai. We come to you and we pray as well, again and again and again, daily, to get us out of this captivity, speed up the time for the elect's sake, and also to bring judgment upon this wicked earth and upon the other nations that have oppressed us through these times. The water throw up Elam. Amen.
God. Praises.